Hi, Amo. Are we live?
I think so. I mean, I've been grinning at the screen for however many seconds now. Never know when it's going to turn. Happy Friday.
So fun. Happy Friday. Happy almost weekend to everybody. Middle of July.
I know, as I was going to say, like time is just
flying
by. Yes.
Yes. Okay, Amy.
Yes.
What are we talking about today at our State of the Ad World? What's the news we're bringing to everybody in the world?
We are going to talk about the psychology of advertising, which is a super important part of the work that we do, obviously. And there's part of it that makes me feel a little bit ooky, because it's slightly manipulative. But the thing is that in order for your business to be successful, these are the things that you need to be paying attention to, because this is how you continue to have that ongoing, engaging relationship with your customers.
Right.
So it is important to be thinking about these aspects, and you can do all of these things ethically and
absolutely.
Right. And so we don't need to, even though, again, it's walking that line of being a little bit.
It's just psychology, like anything, right? Like, how can you get your point across?
Yes.
And make it clear to your customer that you are providing a solution to a need or a problem that they have.
Right.
And you're doing it in a way that makes sense to them, because we have so little attention span. Right? We're inundated with messages and choices everywhere we go, right?
Right, exactly.
So it's hard. How are you going to stand out? And this is the way that we can help you stand out as an advertiser.
Right. Again, because it's either this or your business doesn't continue. Like, you do have to do these things because our attention spans are short, because we are inundated with all of these things. And so we have to, it's a multi-pronged approach of continuing to be interesting and engaging for your customers so that your business has longevity that you want it
and
to
you
have,
could have an amazing solution, an amazing product, but if you don't understand the psychology around advertising it, it doesn't matter. Nobody will buy it. Supposedly, we have an attention span of about 8 seconds. And a lot of times in advertising, specifically with the type of advertising which we do on social media, is we are always using this term, stopping the scroll, right? Because we're not on social media to get ads. We're on social media to engage with content and whatever we're there for, right? And so we're scrolling. And what's going to stop you from scrolling? Not only what's going to stop you, what's going to get you then to digest that information, watch that video, read that ad, right? Ultimately click through, learn more, and make a purchase. It's a lot of those steps. So we have to think through all of that when we talk about advertising.
Right. And then the advertising is just step one, or it's just one of the steps within the thing, because you can get however many people to your website, but that doesn't mean that they're going to convert. I mean, we've talked about the conversion rate being 2.5, 2.6, which means out of 100 people, 2.5 of them are going to take the action that you take. So again, it's not like if you send 100 people, you're going to have 100 sales. So these are all the things to keep those people engaged and get them, convince them, again, ethically, that you have a legit business, a legit product, people love it, and that it's worth their money and their time to purchase this and to engage with that.
Okay, so what's our first suggestion to help increase your chances of getting somebody to buy what you're selling?
Well, and that's what I was just getting into, was the social proof aspect of it. So we know that people really, I mean, how do we get suggestions for what we do? Doctors' offices, dentists that we go to, products from the store, parks that we should take our kids to. It's word of mouth, right? And the way that word of mouth works on the internet is social proof. And so this is having people who have reviewed your products, love your product, and have left those glowing reviews for you, because that produces something called FOMO, or fear of missing out. Because people go, oh my gosh, I want that experience. I want to feel that way about the toothbrush that I bought, or the swimming suit that I got that just fits perfectly.
Oh my God, 3,000 women loved this bra. That's going to make me more interested in wanting to learn more about that bra than if nobody did.
Exactly. I mean, I just bought mascara and 19,000, 4.8, star review. Like, I'm going to buy that one because I want that kind of experience with the mascara that I'm going to buy. Right.
Exactly.
And so it's super important in all aspects, organic and paid advertising, to have that social proof as part of
Yep.
this
So like
psychology of advertising.
in our ads, we literally include that social proof in the copy, in the headlines, and in the creative. And we also recommend that our clients, we ensure that it is on their product pages, their home page, their checkout, right below that button, right? But in advertising, we slap that social proof all over the place. It is just like when you're shopping on Amazon. And I always look for, if I don't know, I bought a cat water fountain. And they got 4,000 million options. Which one am I going to buy? Well, I don't want to buy the cheap one, and I'm not buying the expensive one. So let me buy the one that everyone else loved.
Exactly. I mean, this is the way that we get proof, because we're not going to these stores. I mean, you didn't go to a pet store to buy this thing. You didn't
I'm not
go
talking
to
to anybody. I'm not talking to an expert in cat water
Exactly.
fountain.
I'm not going to go into the store, but I want to know what people's real experiences, especially when I'm buying clothes. I'm like looking for people who are my size, my height, my age. And that is the way that we're going to get around the fact that we're not physically there in the store with them. So it's super, super important to have that social proof, because other human beings can word of mouth convince other human beings to buy that product.
Yes. Okay. So what's tactic number 2 that we use in advertising?
This is kind of odd, but it's called the decoy effect. So it's this whole idea that presenting more options gets people to buy one of the options. So let's say you have either, the red one or the blue one. Well, let's say you medium and large or something like that. If you have that small version too, then it gives people that extra option. And it's not even the option so much, it's the pricing. Because if you think about the cups have you ever seen the TikToks where they show the difference between what you actually get in a cup from like one of the coffee shops, that the large is actually however many, I don't know, it was upsetting to me when I saw it the first time. But again, I think I'm getting a much better deal, and I'm not spending a huge amount if I get the medium, because it's that middle cost, right? When actually it's not that much different, whatever. Right. So it's the idea of having that variation of choices, because you can hit a number of different people at their price points, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like thinking back to the mascara, you can buy it singly. You could buy it on a membership where you get it every 6 weeks, or you could buy a 3-pack and get a better deal. Give them choices so that they have more opportunity to pick the right one that works best for them.
Right. So instead of having just the one choice and be like, well, that doesn't work for me, you've got
gone.
Yep.
And so we make that super clear in our advertising. Again, in the copy, in the creative, we include that decoy effect. Okay, what's tactic number 3?
Scarcity. Now we have definitely talked about this. This is definitely something that is, I mean, would you consider it kind of like a newer aspect of this advertising technology?
Yeah, because I think it's a newer, kind of like a newer model in the direct to consumer e-commerce world. I feel like before, when it was more of a novelty to sell stuff online, you expected to be able to go to a store, go online, and see that you were going to get this black pair of pants and it was always going to be available to you. Right. And I just think, like, with the evolution of there's so many brands available to you, and the way that like products are manufactured as well, it's hard for a brand to keep the same thing in stock constantly, right? So we've kind of had to move into this model of scarcity.
Yes. Well, and yes. And
so what does that mean?
So what does that mean? It's the idea that there's a limited time and a limited number of these things. So there's an exclusivity aspect of this. So if you don't buy it now, you are going to miss out. So this is limited edition drops. This is limited qualities, VIP group access before the rest of the group, special products. All of those things make what you have more special and more unique, and people then, if you can, I can just feel my body going, oh my gosh, like
There's
it's just,
more reason that you want to buy it.
you gotta move quickly. You can't, and again, I'm one of those shoppers that's like, I'm gonna have my shopping cart filled with things and I'm going to think about it for like 3 weeks.
It might be gone tomorrow.
It might be gone, right? And so the idea is, the rarer the opportunity, the content is, the more valuable that thing is, especially in the online environment, because there's so much stuff and you want people to make that decision and purchase your product.
So we always recommend with our clients, it's not a good idea to have your whole business model and product and collections based on stuff that just sits in your site forever, that somebody can constantly always, yeah, there are a need to have those base colors or those base original products of those things, but the whole business model of what products you're selling should not be that you bought this giant quantity of 10,000 of this lipstick and then you're expecting people to come back and buy it again. It doesn't
Right.
work.
I mean, you can think about it a little bit with like holiday stuff. So you
Yes.
know that I mean, months in advance, we're going to have the holiday stuff.
Yes.
Well, the holidays and Christmas comes every year, but does that prevent me from buying more Christmas decorations
Right.
every year?
Right.
No,
Right.
but it only comes out and is only available certain times of the year. So I know that I'm going to buy it when it
Exactly.
comes out, because it's not going to be there come, it
Exactly.
might not even last till Christmas time. So the idea of having that, so if you have something that's your best seller or whatever, keep that in your shop. But even if you have a product that's really well loved, think about
Mhm.
bringing it out intermittently to really keep people involved and worried that they're not going
Exactly.
to get it, so that they continue purchasing.
Right. Okay, tactic number 4.
Anchoring. Now, do you want to go into this one?
Sure. So we have so much information that is available to us online. Like we need a reason to hold our attention, right? So we need a reason, an element that pushes people to hit that buy now button. And that can be done a lot based on price. So a lot of times you'll see, if you ever see an advertiser that is selling a bag, a handbag or a backpack, diaper bag, something like that, right? And it says it was $29, but you can get it today for $19. That is that is what anchoring is. So it's pushing you over to get this deal. And they're not like, it's on sale just for the next 7 days. It literally, that's the price of it always.
Right.
That is a tactic that advertisers and e-com brands will use. Well, they'll set the price of what the retail value is or what they're saying it was, and then it'll always be on sale. And the point of that is, again, these are all tactics. You don't have to do all of them, but it's
Right.
thought process into advertising where it looks like it's always got that discounted value. We also often do this with clients. We have a lot of subscription based clients. So you can get a subscription box that includes a bunch of stuff. And we'll often say what the retail value is of everything in it. But the
Right.
subscription price stays the same, right?
Right.
So even though the stuff changes that's in the box when you get it, the retail value could be between, $150 to $250 or something, but the subscription was $75 a month. So we'll often include that of what like if you counted out the retail value of everything in the box, right? So that's
Right.
a way that we use anchoring for real world and with our clients. But again, a lot of times if you ever see an ad or a product page where it's like $119 and then it's crossed out and then it's $99 and you come back to that product page 6 or 7 times, various times of the year, and it's always listed that way, that is what anchoring is, and that's the purpose of it.
Right. I mean, everyone loves a deal. And I want to say, was it J.C. Penney that tried to go, we're not going to do this? Because this is the basic sales method of J.C. Penney, Kohl's,
Yep.
all of those things, because you can always see, gosh, I'm getting such a good deal. But then there was that time, I think, where they tried to do like, we're just going to tell you what the price
Yeah.
is. And it failed miserably. People
did.
hated it.
Because there's still that psychological click in the brain.
Exactly. All right, loss aversion, which we've
Right.
kind of touched on before, but this again is the idea that we as human beings do not want to miss out on a deal, on an awesome product that everyone loves, on a
On
trending
the
product
pattern,
that
on
everyone
the
has.
color. It's like the special edition, Quip toothbrush comes out in rose gold. It's only available for 2 weeks or
Oh, they had
something.
a rainbow one last month for Pride, and I really,
Exactly.
really
That's
wanted it,
loss
right?
aversion. You like,
Right.
even though maybe you already have the product, you already have the same thing. It's like the extra special thing that's only available for this certain period of time. And I don't want to miss out.
Right. And so including that as part of your product model is going to get that to click in people's head. Well, I don't want to miss out on the rainbow toothbrush because it's
Yep.
only going to happen this one time a year. And if I don't have it, then I don't have it. I really, really want it. So we
Yeah.
want to continue to have that as part of your, again, your product method and your sales method.
Yep.
Color.
Color is a big one, which we love because we have art degrees.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So color really is linked to feelings and emotions, and we've talked about this before about how, like, when you're branding your business, your social media, your Facebook posts, your pins, like the fonts that you use on the website, all those should be linked together, because then you become recognizable as that look. Like, this is the storefront of your business. These are the signs that you put up in your store so that people go, oh yeah, I know that brand. I know that store. I want to do that. But they also they connect with people in an emotional way too.
Right.
And so making sure that you're paying attention to the colors and the feeling that your brand evokes,
Right.
and then using it to your advantage, right?
Yep.
All right.
It matters. Okay.
Yes.
I think we're on 7, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me.
I think so. Law of
least effort.
Yes. So this is the way that my brain works. When I think about making sure that a sales process or sales steps are super easy, I think about how hard, how much effort I have to put into purchasing something online. Now, if let's say I'm shopping in bed on my phone and all the lights are off and it's dark and I'm very, very comfortable in it, but I find something and I can't use one of my linked accounts, I'm not going to get up out of bed to go find my credit card to purchase that.
Either
because it's too much effort for me at that time, right? And so if you think about trying to make your sales process as simple for people who are laying in bed in the dark shopping, who are very comfortable and do not want to get up, that's what you should be going for. Because depending on, maybe they're not laying in bed in the dark shopping, but they are running kids to soccer practice and they really want the thing, but they don't have all their stuff ready and whatever. You want to make it as easy as possible for those people to make that decision and be able to push buy, because again, our attention spans are so short, and we just want to make sure that get those people right when they're ready and make it super simple for them.
Yeah, I always like to use the term stupid easy. Like,
yes,
it's got to be so simple, so dumb. Stupid easy. Make it stupid easy.
Right. And it's not just your sales process too. You want to make sure that if they have questions about specific things, like especially subscription models or what your return policies are, all of that's answered and easy accessibly on your website. So again, people aren't, because again, it's like I'm trying to do everything I can to learn about what exactly I'm spending my money on, and I don't want to be confused, and I don't want to be disappointed that I missed something, based on like your return policies and that kind of stuff. So make sure that that's all very accessible for your customers.
Exactly. Okay, let's assume we're on number 8.
I think so. I don't even know where you're seeing the numbers, but yes.
I'm not. I'm just trying to remember as for some reason I started this and started points 1, 2, 3, and then there are no numbers. I'm just saying them out loud.
Okay. Okay.
We're on paradox of choice.
Yes, we are.
So,
okay. This kind of goes against the, not against, but it's a little bit, it has to be a nice balance of being able to offer a lot of choice versus
some choice,
not too much.
Yeah, exactly. There's a balance.
Right, because
people can get overwhelmed.
That's what I was going to say. Like, if there are too many choices, I don't know if that's the way that anyone else functions, but if there's too many choices, I'm going to just shut down and not participate.
Let me explain some examples that I've had.
Yes.
I have had to buy tickets to something.
Oh, yeah.
And in order to do it, I have to fill out so much information. I have to make so many choices.
Right.
to do it, and I like want to shut down. I don't want it to take me 20 minutes. Or like if you're buying a shirt somewhere, and so it has to do with like how there's 4,000 patterns available to you. That's
Right.
too many patterns. It
Yes.
also has to do with like, so like it should be broken up into collections. Like maybe you do have 4,000 patterns and that's the great thing. But like instead of offering all of them to somebody at one time with the one
Right.
style, break it out into like the holiday collection, the cat collection, the tropical plant lovers collection, right? Like
Right.
whatever those, break them out differently. And the same thing goes for like, have you ever bought something where like all on the same product page too, you have to like pick your size, pick your pattern, pick your fabric, pick your
Mhm.
shipping. Like I don't,
Mhm.
it's too much shit.
Yes, it's too much.
I
Yeah, my
need,
brain just shuts down.
so I need some choices. I need 2 or 3 choices. Don't give me 16.
Right.
Um, but don't make me have to make so many mental choices. So this is also, I think, part of it too, is like not only like how many products you have or like
But the
options,
organization
like
of
the
them.
organization of it. I think that the paradox of choice is like so much about the organization of it and how you navigate the website. If you have 15 options in your main navigation bar, like I don't know what I'm supposed to go to.
No.
Or if you just have your whole shop catalog available and then the only way you can go through it is by like having to select the filters. I don't know what my filters are. You give me the options,
Exactly. I
you
know.
know?
There has to be some sort of like standards the wrong word, but like again, this is how you look through these products. Again, like don't give me 1,001 options because I'm literally just gonna click out of your
Yeah,
site. It's
it's
just
too
too
many.
much.
I have to do too much work. I don't want to think that
Exactly.
hard.
No,
It's
again, it's that stupid easy part of,
Mhm.
setting up the law of least effort. If I have to think too hard through this, I'm not gonna do it. I'm going to avoid
right.
it.
And it literally, again, it's not that we don't want, you don't need to, it's a good thing to have people want to look at
For
stuff,
sure, for
but it's
sure.
the psychological way in which you train them to look at.
Yep, and organization, figuring out
Mm.
again, it has to do with the way that, like, people are using your site and what makes sense for
Oh,
organization and all
you
that
know
stuff.
what is another, we love a metaphor for like
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
storytelling. Makes me think about is like when you see someone's fridge. And like the way I just put shit in the fridge and call it a day versus if you see one of those like crazy TikTok organizer ones where
Which is
everything is like
fun.
organized in a like clear bin with
Yes.
like a label on it. It's the same
Yep.
thing. It's all the same shit,
Yep.
but like which one makes you feel like it's easier to make a choice? The
Like,
fridge
I
is
can
all
find the fruit
organized.
bin, I can find the
Exactly.
cheese bin, I can find the bread bin, all of that if it's organized in that fashion
So
for me.
that's what we mean here by the paradox of choice.
Yep.
Okay, let's assume we're on number 9, but who
I do.
knows?
So I love the fact that you continue to say numbers
I
because
don't
I
know.
actually have no idea. We could go with like 27. We're number
Right.
27. We have no idea. Urgency, which we've talked about before, because again, they're all related to the idea of fear of missing out and that not so much lack of time. Like again, smaller amounts of limited quantity. That's the word I was looking
Yep.
for. So urgency, again, because of our short attention span, because there's constantly new things happening, because there's always things happening everywhere. The idea that we want that customer to make that choice when they're ready to make the choice instead of, again, no one likes me as a shopper because I
Mhm.
just take forever to do it. But the idea that they need to make that decision right now or they're going to miss out. So do not have, all those products that are just available constantly all the time because that's called shoppers fatigue. They're just going to
Right.
become kind of blind to these products because they're always there. But the idea that you bring those products in for a short period of time and then they're gone, shoppers are more poised to move faster because there's an urgency with it.
Right. So, like in advertising, we use, like countdowns and deadlines and days of when price goes up or down, like add some urgency to that product.
Right, exactly. I mean, and I know that holiday ends up being the time where we think a lot more about urgency
Yes.
because there is that. I mean,
Yes.
it's not just
Infinite,
the
like,
holiday itself, it's shipping days and what are those
exactly.
things. But that's the way you need to be treating your product and your sales windows the whole year because that gets people to move quicker.
Mhm. Okay. We have our final one. Let's assume it's number 10. I keep putting
13.
my glasses on and off so I can see my screen.
All
Clicking
right,
through.
reciprocity. So again, this is the idea. All of these are elements again about creating a engaging relationship with your customers. And what customers like is to be treated as though they are the
Special.
best, right? They want to be special. And so this idea that you are giving them free perks, free products, free things to try, in addition to what they've actually
Like
purchased.
they put in that effort to buy from you, so then you give them like a pat on the back.
Yeah, I mean, it's that gamification. Like, I'm
Yeah.
going to continue to buy stuff because every third time I'm going to get some new product that you've trying out. So I can try, and I love what you already have. So why wouldn't I love this? And so it's really important to think about how you can add that special little sparkle to your packages, to your orders for your customers, because that's one way that's going to set your business apart from other businesses.
Add value. You know, we always think like, don't sell, don't pitch, don't just explain like, this is what I sell and this is what it is. And here are the bullet points about it. Give value. And this is a way to give added value. And it can be something as small as a sticker.
Yeah.
I'm having a baby in, I don't know, a month, a little bit or more.
Yep.
And I ordered some new bassinet sheets. And they're super soft. I was really excited to get them. And then you know what else came with those sheets?
What?
2 baby bib bandanas and 2 pacifier clips.
What?
I know. Do I need them? I don't know. I was not planning on buying any. You know what I mean? But like, it doesn't matter. I was like, woo! It made me excited. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to keep the information of this business that I bought this stuff from. I bought it on Amazon, but they're doing it because they want me to come over and then buy on their Shopify site.
Yeah.
And it pushed me over to make them more memorable. I will remember that this crib sheet company sent me this extra little stuff, and it made me excited to remember them.
Yes. I mean, again, I'm thinking about like, I've gotten little keychains or stickers because you know what I'm going to do with that keychain or my sticker? I'm going to put it places, and then I'm going to see it. And you know what I'm going to think about? Your company, who you sent it to me.
Exactly.
And that's what you want. You want to continue to have your customers have you and your business top of mind for when they're buying things.
Yes.
Right.
So that are all of our hot tips, maybe 10, maybe more, maybe less.
Yep.
Psychology that you have to think about when you go into your advertising. Again, we're playing a game. Business is a game. E-commerce is a game. Advertising is a game. So let's take all the best information we can. And psychology is mission critical for everything.
Yeah. The thing is,
specifically advertising.
Well, and sometimes we think about how this is strictly buying and selling goods, right? But the thing is it's not that. We are as business owners with products, we are providing experiences and emotional experiences for our customers. And so thinking about the emotional impact of your marketing and your sales processes and your product processes, all those things, is super important, because it's more than just, I need to buy mascara because mine's out or mine's dried out or whatever. I want mascara that when I put it on, I'm gonna be like, yep, that's fantastic. And so it has less to do with the fact that I have mascara. It has to do with the fact that I like the way that it works and on my body, on my eyes. And so it's that I'm trying to do. Like, it's a good experience with your product.
Yep.
And that's all that psychological part.
That's all that matters.
Yes, not just paid advertising, but even your organic.
Exactly. Okay, you guys, we hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions or want us to further expand on any of these topics, because we know it's a very convoluted conversation.
Yes, it is.
Ask away as always.
Hey, do you want to? We are having a webinar in like 13 days.
Yeah, let me pull it up. It is on July
28th,
28th,
I think. And then it's at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I'm not going to try to say all the other times because I'll mess it up. But we are talking about being ad worthy, because the advertising landscape has changed a lot in the last 12 to 15 months. And it is really important to make sure that you have some really beneficial foundational things in place for your business in order to be ad worthy.
Yes.
We don't want you wasting money on ad spend. We don't want you flushing your ad dollars down the drain, because holy cow, what is even happening with inflation and possible recession, all of those things. So these are things that you need to know about building a strong foundation for your business so that profitable, efficient, effective ads can be possible
And
for
we'll
you.
lay it out so that it can be what you need to know about how to make it profitable,
That's right.
efficient, effective.
That's
So we
right.
hope you'll join us. There'll be a link. There's a link in our
Our bio, like, yeah, the
Mhm.
link tree, there's something in there you can,
and on our website as well that you can click through and sign up. So we hope to see you.
yes, well, it's so fun. And the thing is, you get to ask us questions live there too. So, which we love. We love
Yes.
talking about all this stuff.
Okay, Amy.
All right.
Good to see
All
you.
right. Yes, sounds good.
I'll see you on Slack. Have a great
Sounds-
weekend, everyone.
Bye.